The storm desk. Read the storm, book the roofs. A storm crossed your market, so you printed 5,000 postcards and dropped the whole pile in a day. The phone stayed quiet. The few calls were strangers who never heard of you. That was cold doors with a stamp on it. By the end of this, you'll know how to run a referral mail campaign that books storm jobs, who to mail, what the card can legally say, the one ask it makes, and how to trace every lead. Cold mail buys a stranger. Referral mail reminds a relationship you already earned. Start with what referral mail is. It's mail to people who already trust you. 3 streams, and lumping them together is the first mistake. 1. The thank you card, to a past customer who hired you. 2. The neighborhood card to homes around a job your crew just finished. 3. Reactivation, an old estimate that aged for years in a drawer. Each stream wants different copy and a different list. A named reward belongs with a real relationship. A route blast belongs with neighborhood awareness. Mix them and you break your office. Now the math that makes this the cheapest channel you own. Every door direct mail postage in 2026 runs about 25 cents a piece, against roughly 56 cents for a first-class postcard. A referral that closes a replacement returns thousands of dollars on a cost measured in dimes. No paid lead service touches that ratio because you're not winning a stranger. You're paying for a stamp on top of trust you already earned, and it compounds. A bought list goes stale the day you buy it. Your book grows every job you finish. The list is the campaign. A beautiful card mailed to stale addresses loses money, and design can't fix a bad list. So segment first. Pull every closed job from the last 6 to 18 months. Split it by job type, completion date, and satisfaction signals. Then subtract anyone with an open punch list item, a dispute, collections, or a no-contact request. A referral ask to a customer still waiting on a leak callback makes a 1-star review, not a lead. Then clean the addresses. Run the list through CAS-certified software, that's address quality software, and through NCOA, the change of address service, to catch movers. Decide between a named list and a route blast. For past customer mail, you need real names and addresses. That's the whole value. For neighborhood mail around a finished job, you often need no names. Every door direct mail lets you mail an entire carrier route without buying a named list. Retail caps at 5,000 pieces a day per zip and needs no permit. This is where targeting earns its keep. Instead of mailing every roof near the job, prioritize the homes most likely to need work. Skip the roof you replaced last year. Spin the stamp on the one a storm wore out. Here's the tip with real legal teeth. Write the offer clear, simple, and disclosed. When you pay a customer for recommending you, that reward is a material connection under Federal Trade Commission rules, and it has to be disclosed. A material connection means a tie an honest audience would want to know about. The neighbor deserves to know if their friend collects a gift card for sending them. The fix is cheap. Don't hide the incentive. Put it on the card. Refer a neighbor. If they hire us, we send you a thank you. Fully disclosed, completely fine. The same card has a second legal line, and storm mail walks right up to it. The Trade Commission is plain that advertising must be truthful and backed by evidence. So your card can't claim the whole street's roof failed because you replaced one nearby. It can say a crew worked in the area. It can't invent damage you never inspected. And here's the hard insurance boundary. Never say you handle the claim, get it approved, or maximize the payout. Never offer to cover, waive, or absorb the deductible. Absorbing it is insurance fraud in many states. You document, the insurer decides. Now the card itself. One card, one ask. A mail piece that asks for 5 things gets 0. Pick the single most valuable action for that segment and build the whole card around it. For a past customer, refer a neighbor. For a neighborhood card, book your own inspection. For an old estimate, get an updated quote. Contact us today isn't an action. It's throat clearing. Scan this code to introduce us to a neighbor is an action. And use a real photo of a finished roof, not a stock hail picture. Real proof reads credible. Stock fear reads as a pitch. Put the boring details on every piece, because leaving one off costs you the lead. Company name, phone, website, service area, a return address, and your license number where your state requires it. The QR code points to a live, mobile-friendly page. Test it on a phone before you print 5,000. One more free impression. Informed delivery shows the recipient a scan of their mail in a daily email preview, and you can attach a color image and a clickable link. Use it. But the card in the box still has to work alone, because plenty never open that email. Referral mail dies in the office, not the mailbox. Leads come in, nobody records the source, and months later you can't tell if it worked. So build the tracking before you mail. Assign a batch code to each drop and bake a referral code into the card. Every lead gets one source record, not counted 4 ways across the system, the whiteboard, and the rep's head. The Internal Revenue Service reminds you, good record keeping substantiates what you report, and rewards add a second ledger, who earned what and whether it was paid. Measure the full funnel through to sold revenue. Cost per book to job is the number that doesn't lie. Then protect the trust you borrowed. A referral spends down the goodwill of the customer who recommended you. If the referred homeowner gets a high-pressure pitch, an inflated storm story, or a sloppy process, you damage 2 relationships at once. So when they call, the office thanks them, asks who sent them, and does not discuss the referrer's private job. Saying Mrs. Lopez's claim paid out great is a privacy breach and an insurance overreach in one breath. The Trade Commission's Home Improvement Guidance describes the contractor a referral must avoid, the one who pressures and overcharges. The referrer is watching how you treat their friend. Now stage the drop and time it to the storm. Never mail the whole database at once. A small first batch of a few hundred strong names tests the list, the call handling, and the reward ledger before the full spend. You learn the same lesson from 500 pieces as from 5,000. Time it too. The thank you card goes out soon after closeout, when recall is highest. In hail country, a neighborhood card after a regional storm can honestly say, a crew worked storm-damaged roofs nearby, as long as you still inspect each roof and make no blanket claim. Mail only as fast as your crews can serve. Here's where Roof Predict fits and where it stops. It pairs an estimated roof age range with storm physics modeled per individual home, so a mail batch or a canvasser can skip the roofs you replaced last year and concentrate on the ones a storm likely wore out. On a reactivation drop, it mines your old book for homes aged into replacement range. It does not inspect, diagnose damage, or decide coverage. Roof age is a range for planning, not an exact date. The list tells you which addresses are worth a stamp. The inspection earns the sale. Close the loop. Referral-Mail is the cheapest, highest trust channel you own, because you're reminding a relationship instead of buying a stranger. Build the list and suppress the unhappy. Clean the addresses. Write one disclosed offer with one ask. Trace every lead to its drop. Protect the goodwill you borrowed and deliver the reward you promised. Stay on the right side of the insurance line. You document, the insurer decides. The cold mailer carpet bombs strangers. You mail the people who already trust you. About the roofs actually do.